We back. We back. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. I don't understand when I go on somebody else YouTube channel. First thing I do is hit the like button. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate my new subscribers. Thank y'all. I really do appreciate it. Some of this is kind of old, but recently, Big Pun wife Liza Rios went on a podcast, about her husband. Rest in peace, Big Pun. And she ended up walking off the set, and she literally had to go to court to get what Big Pun was owed from Fat Joe. And and this been throughout the years. And apparently she said that Big Pun was his ghostwriter, that he wrote most of his album. I can't remember the name of that album right offhand. But yeah, so this made me think about how he treated, Big Pun's family, because Fat Joe, in the meantime, during that time, some years ago, told her to go get a job. But in 2016, Joe went to court against Rios, but the pair settled outside of court after Pun's wife filed a lawsuit demanding over $1 million. According to Rios, she had agreed on a deal with Fat Joe to divide the earnings of Big Pun after his death in 2000. However, she did not receive any payments from Joe since 2005. So they since settled that. But so this is the update on everything now. American rapper Big Pun's widow, Liza Rios, recently walked out of an interview as she was asked why she wouldn't apologize to Fat Joe and settle their differences. And she did walk off. Yes, she did. In December, on December 20th episode of Uppercut Podcast on YouTube, Rios took shots at Fat Joe, claiming he would have faded in the back. If it wasn't for Pun, Joe would have probably faded out. If another label would have signed Pun, I feel Joe probably would have faded out in the back. And apparently he was a ghostwriter as well. The interviewer then asked Liza, why has it taken so long for you and Fat Joe to settle things? He asked. The interviewer then asked Liza, why has it taken so long? In response, Liza said she was leaving the interview because he said Fat Joe wants an apology. Would she be willing to apologize? And Liza replied, you know what? I'm leaving this interview. This is like a whole Fat Joe situation. I'm good. I'm not comfortable. And she walked out. And he was trying to get her, the interviewer was trying to get her to come back and said that, we don't have, if you don't want to talk about Fat Joe, they didn't have to. I'm sorry. I just been so lazy today. Liza has been accusing Fat Joe of allegedly denying the deceased rapper's family money for years. In 2016, Joe went to court against Liza, but the pair settled outside of court after Big Pun's wife filed a lawsuit demanding over $1 million. According to RIOS, she had agreed on a deal with Fat Joe to divide the earnings of Big Pun after his death in 2000. However, she did not receive any payments from Joe since 2005. In September 2021, Big Pun's widow, Liza, and Fat Joe got involved in an altercation on Instagram when they took shots at each other. The argument took place under a post where Noriega defended Joe in the episode on Drink Champs. In the clip shared on Instagram, Noriega claimed that Joe did not rob Big Pun as Liza claimed. He added that he had seen the contracts the two rappers had signed and described them as standard. He also said that Joe wants an apology for Liza claims. Liza took the comment section of the post and wrote, Joe want me to apologize to him for me going after what was rightfully my family's. He is responsible for over 2.3 million in royalties that was never paid to Pun. It's all in the court papers, all for the public to see. Big Pun's widow also attacked Noriega for his comments and added, I promise you, if you pass away and whoever signed to takes all the money that was rightfully yours and leaves your wife and kids with nothing and homeless, because they was homeless for a while, I do remember that. You don't think your wife is gonna fight for what is hers and your kids? Ask her, please. I seen your wife. She won't play that. Stop it. Pun is looking at you crazy. Meanwhile, Fat Joe noticed Liza's comments and responded to her. This is what he said. Tell him about the money I got you when he died. You spent it. Then put out that documentary you want holding Pun down on that doc. Just say the truth. I always been 100 with Pun, and Noriega knows that. I never lost that case. I never owed you a cent. He is still unrecouped. You was just sitting there when the judge asked you why. I'm here. I owe nothing. Just say the truth. That's all. In another follow up comment, Joe wrote that he owed them nothing and gave them the music that was created by him. He added he paid no settlement, and it was time for Liza to tell her kids the truth. For those uninformed, Big Pun and Joe first collaborated in '97 when Pun signed to Joe's label Terror Squad Productions. Pun's debate album Capital Punishment was released under the label in 1998. I still got the CD. 2 years later, in 2000, the rapper passed away to a heart attack, and his second album, Yeah Baby, was released in the same year. Let me see if this is something. So during that interview, before she walked off, she said this. Can we stop this for a second? I'm leaving this interview. This is a whole Fat Joe situation now. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good off of this. I'm not comfortable and I'm leaving this interview. Liza accused the interviewer acting like he was on Fat Joe's side as she slammed his attitude. As she stood up to leave, she added, I'm not going to sit here and explain to you what he did to my family. She said, You effed up. All right, let me get to this because this is not going to be a long interview. I mean, long one.
Could never take away what Joe did. You know what I'm saying? I never was taking anything away from what he did. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he put Pun in the right room in the right places and got into where he was at. But at the same time, if it wasn't for Pun, Joe would have probably faded out because if another label would have signed Pun, I feel Joe probably would have faded out in the back. But to know the fact that I know that Pun gave Joe all right, we're gonna call you Don Cartagena, and then wrote everything after that.
He wrote everything.
The whole Don Cartagena album, everything. He just wrote everything. You know what I'm saying? So,
but at the same time, like, you know, if he's better and like Fat Joe could do that, I think that's a smart move for even.
Oh no, Joe's a smart man. He's a smart businessman. I know he's a smart businessman.
I was like, yo,
all these years.
I'm putting you on, like, help me write. Like, if you're better, line is why not? And cause I'm trying to like really, cause what's taking so long? Like, I don't understand. Like,
so long of what?
To build Big Pun's legacy, to get y'all together. For me, you and Fat Joe, like, why is it 20 years? How long? And you guys still haven't managed to really like settle it. And he said he wants just an apology. You can't do that? Like, as in,
are you serious?
No, I'm asking you.
I'm gonna give him an apology after what he put my family through and what he did legally.
Was it legally? Like, how?
You know, like 6,000 seconds?
Yeah.
I'm leaving this interview.
What?
Because this is like a whole Fat Joe situation now.
No.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good off this. I'm not comfortable, and I'm leaving this interview. You're not gonna put me in a situation where now I'm gonna be recording and just gonna go where and you come in the house with this whole Fat Joe stuff.
No, if you don't want it to talk about, no, if you don't want it, then you can just said it.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm really good off this. The way you're coming off and your attitude and the way you come off is like if you're side, that's not right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not doing none of that. You know what I'm saying? I won't. Nah, I'm good.
It's Rush Davis on the chain. And to say that Fat Joe would have faded if it wasn't for Pine was a little crazy. Now, when I first saw this clip, I ain't gonna lie, you know, my energy toward.
Oh, wait. God, dog it. Oh, my God. I thought I had two. Well, that's Quando Rondo. Hey, y'all. I have so much stuff in here, and then I always have it, and it always moves. I'm gonna do YMW. Oh, showing up what he canceled for what he called the well, this is what they say. This is a when he called the FBA's the N word and said that the FBA's foundational Black Americans were racist and that they did not start hip hop. Hip hop was started 50-50 between the Puerto Ricans and Black folk. However, now I do know Puerto Ricans know they root and they know they have because when I went to Puerto Rico a couple of years ago and did a tour, they broke down how the American government sent white folks over there to integrate and intermarry with them to make their skin lighter to keep them light. And I was like blown back. They know the African dances, they know their roots, and they know, they really do. Now I'm trying to find this old stuff. I don't put so much stuff in here. I need to. Because I didn't want to make this a long interview. Now, this all big dirt. Shoot. We got to talk about that fall because they spraying the people. Mm, mm, mm. Oh, yes, after that. Shoot, I might just have to look it back up. I hate this, y'all, when this happens. I really do. And then we're going to talk about the migrants, too. And Wendy Williams being incapacitated. Okay, fine. It finally came back. Oh, my God. Okay, here it go. God,
has set a lot of records. Just recently, he landed in the Virgin Islands, marking his 570th day on vacation. Reports show that puts him as the only. Now, recently, Joe took to his live and blamed Bean Benitez for robbing him and Big Pun of their publishing for 15 years, and basically using that as an excuse as why Pun's family never got the money after he passed.
Account tells me, no, you ran out of money, you ain't got much. When I go out there to finally try to get my publishing, because I got jerked for 15 years. Me and Big Pun by a fellow Latino named Bean Benitez. He robbed us.
Jelly Bean. Wow.
15 years of our lives in publishing, the man robbed us. So imagine getting robbed for 15 years of your life. Man might have made $10 million, robbed us. Told us he was Latino, he was going to take care of us, robbed us. Jelly Bean, as DJ, gotta be a fake producer. He produced crazy. I had that.
LIZA RIOS saw wind of this and commented on the video and said, "Funny thing is, when I tried to make peace with this man in 2021, I told him, let's go on Drink Champs because we can control the narrative on there. Let's say we talked it water under the bridge. I said we can blame it on Jelly Bean because Jelly Bean won't say anything. Told him we can move on legacy in a positive way for Pun's kids and fans. He said no. He wanted me to apologize to him for destroying his life, but then whack happened and the truth was exposed. Now he telling the Jelly Bean story. This wasn't the first time that Joe took to live to talk about Jelly Bean. He's actually said worse things about Jelly Bean in the past.
They said, yo, I want to do a publishing deal. And gave me $50,000 for my publishing when I was like 19 on some $40.06. He made millions of dollars off my publishing.
Mm-hmm.
It was to before lean back. It's my early shit. He won't give me accounting. He's a straight crook, a piece of shit. Y'all know I won't say that unless he's a piece of shit. He's a crook, a piece of shit. That's it. That's number one thing, no love. He also robbed Big Pun. Big Pun.
Wow.
Pun, you know better. When I signed him, he had to sign the Jelly Bean. Jelly Bean robbed him too. Jelly Bean's a terrible crook. You should feel terrible if he's your family and you got any love for him. He's a piece of shit. Right? Whatever the fuck you want to call this shit. You know, we talk and we give information. This is not called snitching. This is about people who rob. This ain't shit. I've been robbed for millions of dollars. And so I'm trying to educate and be transparent to anybody who listens behind.
So y'all think about this, man. Could you imagine how different things would be if LIZA and Joe were able to squash it?
Damn.
years ago? Put your thoughts down in the comments and make sure you like and subscribe and stay connected with Pan and Chop News. Peace.
Now what happened to it? Damn, the phone call, it wasn't even important. Now I got to go back and find this shit. I'm sorry. Damn. Kicked me right on out. Didn't want shit. Damn. Y'all know I'm all shit. This little dirt daddy. Okay, here we go. Damn.
Now, recently, Joe.
Okay, I did that one. Now this Cuban link.
Fat Joe, Fat Joe, Fat Joe. I'm telling you, we gotta talk about this, y'all. He stayed on it. Fat Joe stay in the algorithm. I give it to you, Joey. I give it to you. Stay in the algorithm, chat. You really do. You know, we got Joe with the NBA all day. You know, there's so much going on with Fat Joe, man. That's why I said, man,
right, and that's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about, Timothy. Yep. Yep.
Remember that? I dropped the video yesterday. Go check it.
Joe probably would have faded out in the back, but to know the fact that I know that Hun gave Joe, all right, we're gonna call you Don Carter Jr. and then wrote everything after that. You know what I'm saying? So Carter Jr. Everything. He just wrote everything. You know what I'm saying? So,
but at the same time, I feel like, you know, if he's better and like Fat Joe could do that, I think that's a smart move for even.
Oh no, Joe's a smart man. He's a smart businessman. I never said that. He's a very smart businessman.
Like, yo,
all these years.
I'm putting you on, help me write. Like, if you're better, like, mine is why not? You know, and cause I'm trying to like really, cause what's taking so long? Like, I don't understand. Like,
so long of what?
To build that Big Pun's legacy, to get y'all together. For me, you and Fat Joe, like, why you guys still haven't managed to really like settle? Like, and he said that he wants just an apology. You can't do that, like, as in.
You serious?
Now this is that part where she about to start walking out the goddamn show.
Right. He did do that, Timothy. You own it. He did do that. Yep.
Fat Joe.
No, if you don't want it, then you can just.
Remy Ma, nigga, Big Pun. That's wrong because that's supposed to be. Yeah, it was Big Pun. I grabbed him, I threw him in my Lexus. I said, I'm gonna make you the Spanish Big. I was there. But on Drink Times, I made Big Pun this, that, and third. So what does Fat Joe do? Fat Joe made a Big Pun. I don't give a fuck what type of smoke, steroids, dust you on. That's crazy. Because if you Google Big Pun old picture when he was slim, this nigga, he was rocking Sherlins. This nigga had ropes around his neck, gold ropes.
He did.
Yo, you, Fat Joe, you something else, bro. You talking crazy about your so-called twin that built your label. You created Big Pun? How? You might have told Big Pun to slow his rap down in the studio and told him to make songs for the gun. But Big Pun, Ben was, yo, bro. Anybody follow Big Pun in his legacy and in his friends besides Fat Joe. Big Pun was that nigga back then. He was getting money. He was a basketball player also. He was a slim person back then before he blew up. He got fat. He got big with him. He was getting money back then. Wasn't the biggest drug dealer, but he got to the bag. Nigga had you, my bro, pictures don't lie. Nigga got a gold vote, Sherman's on, all types of shit. What we talking about?
He did.
And then the way he rap, he been rap like that. He just slowed it down a little bit. Oh, we ain't done. He wanted to make him like Biggie. Remember that part though, right? He said hypocrite.
I did not know that. Let me pin this comment. I did not know that. I did not know that. I knew he had blackballed his son. I didn't know that.
What was this dude, man?
That part is I never had an argument with Big Pun while he. You know, the day I met him, I took him to my studio. He jumped on 2 songs on my second album. The second album was closing up. I met him with Biggie. So I was there for the whole thing. I watched Biggie in the tank top like you. They can't see you right now, but in the tank top like you, on with gators and a fedora. Like, I mean, next day, like hanging out with him like this, next day, gators. I was like, oh shit, you could do that? So I seen all that. And so I knew when I met Pun, you know, because if we would let John go, he didn't like trigger happy, just crazy. He wouldn't have thought about the hits for the LIZA and stuff like no, bro, you're going to be the Latino Biggie. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go that way. And so, you know, we made sure he had all of the shit on. He had that look, that honor.
I don't believe him.
I don't either.
I don't believe him. Because this whole to reach out to somebody that's close to these goddamn interviews too, man. Because I don't believe you, bro. You're a compulsive liar, man. You lie about everything you got there. Lie about when the song Biggie. See, Gutter came out and said that shit. Man, you lie about so much shit. So much shit is just ridiculous, bro. I proud for rep Equal and all that. Like I'm half Equal Puerto Rican because the type of Puerto Ricans do it different times. Let's up there color wise. Let's start that part. But there's nothing wrong with that. What Equal like is black. We all, you know what I mean? But you're a compulsive liar, bro. And the reason why you climbed that ladder, went through them goddamn doors and the way you connected is because why? Because you're outside. The way you're outside. You had to change your whole staff. You only got 4 or 5 niggas with you besides the whole terror squad. Then you start with that interview, start talking crazy about your whole crew, all this. You only kept certain niggas that's gonna hold you down, that's gonna ride out. A lot of other niggas, you left them in the dust, nigga. Just like you left your twin that passed away.
Surely is, Timothy. You right.
Big Pun. Brady had the lyrics. He had times he was telling you when he Paul.
He was.
We got when y'all niggas did Deep Cover, that song Deep Cover. Y'all did the remix. The infamous Deep Cover from Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. When you did the remix, Fat Joe, Big Pun, that Joe had the best verse on it. Who did that shit?
Pun.
Big Pun did. Niggas, that nigga was, they didn't even know that nigga was Spanish. Nigga Snoop Dogg said that shit. Who talking about it? He get permission for the nigga to do the remix. Dre get him permission to do the remix, whatever. Because that's their copyright. But Snoop, they know who Big Pun was. Remember, this coming off the Fat Joe's second album. I think Fat Joe's second album did so successful. That's why it goes back to Big Pun's wife saying that Big Pun wrote half of that goddamn album. Not taking nothing from Fat Joe. He no talent. He been in the game around. But when somebody's better than you, sometimes you just got to tell the truth. And there's plenty of interviews you said Big Pun is better than you. But for you to say you created him, that shit crazy to me. No, you learned from Puff and what Puff did to Big, nigga, after he passed away. Nigga,
right.
Slime ball shit he did with the contract wise. You ain't correct. Come on, that's crazy to me. That's like you, that's crazy. And That's supposed to be your twin, though. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. This is the type of shit that hitting Nori on nowadays.
And this is from Smoke News TV. That was from Smoke.
Okay, my name is LIZA Rosario, and I am an attorney.
The old video.
I consider myself an artist rights attorney and an artist advocate, and I have filed a number of lawsuits. I represented a number of artists and songwriters in claims against record companies and some other artists to recover money that they were rightly entitled to, they've never received. And it seems that it's a big problem in the music industry, and to a certain extent kind of encourages this to happen, as opposed to discouraging it from happening. And so we find ourselves in situations like LIZA RIOS has with Cart and Gina, Fat Joe, where you got to file a lawsuit to figure out what actually happened, find out where's the money. So today, although
it started in Mississippi,
originally filed.
It started in Mississippi. Timmy, I don't know about that. I always thought it was the Bronx. I'm sorry.
Answer in the case, they subsequently filed a motion to dismiss, as did Jelly's Jams, not claiming that they don't owe any money, just making technical legal arguments saying that LIZA can sue them for one reason or another. They'll be comparing that place today, or Jelly's Jams and Fat Joe, to talk about why we believe that they should be kept in this case, and why we believe that they basically had fiduciary duties, meaning a higher standard than a breach of contract standard, to pay LIZA to her husband so that family can benefit.
Right.
Well, you can never be 100% sure, but there is evidence that there were songs registered in overseas performing in society where a larger percentage of the song came by Joe than what the agreement that he was supposed to receive for that song, for those songs, including how to be a player, or not a player, want to be a player, whatever you want to call it. So there's this general problem of there's a structure. Many recording and music publishing agreements are set up that will say, when someone like a Fat Joe, or even let's say if it was a Puffy.
Oh wow, Timothy, you know your history, huh? The Jubilee. My mama would know exactly what you're talking about. Wow.
Or Jermaine Dupri or anybody signs agreement with an artist, the standard language in the agreement, once they sign with a major label or a major publisher, is that major label or major is not artist. They're saying that they're just doing it as a favor to the production company. And so one of the issues,
I don't know about that, Sam, because he pissed off Tariq Nasheed, Dr. Umar, all that, when he talked about the foundational Black Americans born and raised here and used the N-word. Some people is pretty pissed. So he might not be canceled anywhere else, but some in the Black community are canceling him, period.
Which is a far-reaching issue for the music industry and for artists in general, is how to get around those provisions, and how do you make major labels that they're earning from the copyrights that are owned by artists and songwriters who don't, for some reason, have any money. And in the instance of Big Pun, as we all know,
but I think it's a shame that Big Pun wife and family had to go homeless, even though this is old. It's old, that they had to actually go homeless and everything, and seek a lawyer to get any damages where it should have just been done out the kindness of your heart, and then turn around and say you created Big Pun, which Big Pun was a much better rapper. He really was. I love Big Pun. Jamar's a pup. Now listen, I like Lord Jamar and the Brand Nubians when they came out. Jamar is one smart brother. I love Lord Jamar, so I'm sorry, and I'm not gonna call him a puppet. I haven't known him to sell out anything, Sam. You be Andrew, so you saying the Bronx copy everything y'all was doing in Mississippi? I don't know about that, Andrew. I don't know. Yeah, I love Brand Nubian and I love me some Mr. Cheeks. That's my era, actually. Yep. But that's basically, I'm just going to replay this clip of what happened in December and then I'm going to get on off of here. Jamar's not a hater.
Like I really didn't care to do interviews for a long time. Right. So you just, when you approached me, at the time I was like, I don't know, what was the vibe? I'm like, I do this. But it took long. Like I moved out west and then hurt my leg. And it's like just not being in the space of what.
Melly Mel, grandparents from the Carolinas. Well, yeah, true, because most of us migrated. The great migration from the south to the north. Yeah, that's true. Who tried that with Eminem? What are you talking about with Eminem? Oh, you talking about Lord Jamar with Eminem? Well, one thing, I'm in Detroit, so one thing about it, lyrically, Eminem is the best, and that's just a fact. Eminem is the best lyrically. I think he'll destroy any rapper lyrically. I got you, Sam.
Do interviews, you know what I'm saying? So I just taking that time for myself, which I never taken before. So I was like,
I thank you for you coming in. And I just want to start off. What's good with you and Fat Joe? Yeah.
This is you coming in spicy, coming in
not even spicy. Like, yo, what's really good with you and Fat Joe?
I mean, I don't know, but I mean, you know the story. I mean, the story's out there. I don't know what else. There is nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, Pun was signed to him. There was a contract.
To me, for Fat Joe, I don't think.
Well, I do agree with you. I have to agree with you on Sam, with that, Sam. And I just said lyrically, because lyrically he is, and he come from, and not just because I'm in Detroit, but Eminem battle rap is his. That's where he come from, battle rap.
I'm so grateful that Fat Joe put him on. Mm-hmm. Like real shit, because I don't think that, honestly, in my eyes, Fat Joe wouldn't be where he's at if it wasn't for. I mean, Big Pun wouldn't be where he's at if it wasn't for Fat Joe.
Right.
Do you don't see it like that?
I see it as I mean, again, just doing his thing back in the day, and Potter is for him because he was a Boricua in the Bronx doing his thing, and Pun did his a fine tune so that he could hear him rhyme, and it was undeniable. Joe signed. And behind him, and it was just Pun, did his thing. He was all, Pun was already Pun. He was his own creativity. He did his own rhymes. He had his own stuff. Like he was own to the, you know what I'm saying? So
I get it.
But and at the same time, like I feel like Joe put Pun because he knew the contacts. He got him, in the business. So yeah, we can never take away what Joe did. You know what I'm saying? I never was taking anything away from what he did. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he put on the right room in the right places, and that's where he was at. But at the same time, if it wasn't for Pun, Joe would have probably faded out, because if another label would have feel Joe would fade out in the back. But to know the fact that I know that Pun gave Joe all right, we're gonna call you Don Carter Jr. and then wrote everything after that. You know what I'm saying? Everything. The whole Don Carter Jr. Everything. He just wrote everything. You know what I'm saying? So,
but at the same time, I feel like if he's good, like Fat Joe could do that, I think that's a smart move for even.
Oh no, Joe's a smart man. He's a smart businessman. I never said that. He's a very smart businessman. He's still relevant all these years.
Help me write. Like if you're better, mine is why not? And cause I'm trying to really, cause what's taking so long? Like understand.
Tell him what
to build that Big Pun's legacy to get y'all together. For me, you and Fat Joe, like why is it 20 years? How long? And you guys still haven't managed to really like settle, like. And he said that he wants just an apology. You can't do that, like as in.
Are you serious?
No, I'm asking you.
Why would I give him an apology after what he put my family through and what he did legally?
Was it legally? Like how?
You know what? Can we stop this for a second?
Yeah.
I'm leaving this interview.
What?
Because this is like a whole Fat Joe situation now.
No.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good off of this. I'm not comfortable, and I'm leaving this interview. You're not gonna put me in a situation where now I'm gonna be recorded and this is gonna go everywhere, and you come in and with this whole Fat Joe stuff.
If you don't want it to talk about, if you don't want it, then you could have just said it.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm really good off this. The way you're coming off and your attitude and the way you come off on this joking, like if you're siding with I'm not gonna sit and explain everything that my family went through and what I had to go through to fight for first rights and my kids' rights. That's my godly right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not doing none of that.
And she walked out the interview, and that's the latest. And this is part 2 of Fat Joe Council. So it's been a long going battle with Big Pun's wife, but he recently pissed off the FBA's Foundational Black Americans with saying that, it was 50-50 with hip hop and, using the N-word. But, this is just what's going on. I'm just reporting. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you for my new subscribers. Thank you for the comments. I appreciate y'all. All right. I'll see y'all later. Now I'm going back to what Richard come over. I'll have a good evening. See y'all later.